Hi everyone, welcome to our tour of the cenotes in Yucatan Peninsula. We've been to this peninsula 3 times so far. We love it so much, we love all the cenotes, but we hand-picked our favorite cenotes after visiting 3 times and visiting tens of cenotes in this area. In this video, we're going to show you our favorite cenotes, so you don't have to look any further, you don't need to do any more research. This is our selection after doing so much research and visiting so many cenotes.
Join us in our cenote tour.
We're going to start from the cenotes nearby Tulum. Note that this list is not in the order of ranking, it's actually grouped geographically. My personal favorite is actually number 8. The first cenote on our list is Cenote Azul, where we filmed the intro you just saw. This one is definitely one of our favorites, with crystal clear turquoise blue water. It's set in a heavenly environment in nature. It's a very popular cenote and for good reason, so it also has a very international vibe. But it's so big that you won't really mind the crowds. It has a cliff diving spot, but it's only about 4 meters. There's also an abundance of fish commonly known as doctor fish. They chew at your skin, causing a tickly sensation, and they're used for fish therapy. Our next pick in Tulum is Cenote Corazon del Paraiso, meaning heart from the paradise. It's named this way because it's shaped like a heart from the above, as you can see in our drone video. This one also has a heavenly environment because it's surrounded by a beautiful forest. This time when we visited in 2023, we noticed a big difference from the last time we visited in 2020. They had cleared up most of the underwater plants, probably to make the water look more clean and clear, but as a result, lots of the fish that you could see in the cenote have also gone away. This is what it looked like when we came here in 2020. Number 3 is the Gran Cenote. This one's also pretty big, and it's shaped like a round, still river that you can go around and reach different sections. It also has caves that you can swim in and see the skull-shaped cave columns. Our favorite feature of this cenote are the freshwater turtles that you can find under the water. They're also called terrapins, which are different from sea turtles. They look more like land turtles but live most of their life under the water. Our last recommendation near Tulum is Cenote Calavera. This one's famous for the little hole in the ground that you can jump through into the cenote. Next, we're going to go a bit up north and show you our top picks near Valladolid, which is 2 hours away from Tulum. Most tourists actually don't stay in Valladolid and only go for a day visit to Chichen Itza from Tulum or Cancun. That's why the hotels here are pretty cheap. If you love cenotes, I highly recommend staying here for 2 to 3 nights. Let's start from Cenote Tsukan, which is one of the most beautiful cenotes we visited because of its rainbow-colored cavern walls and columns. It also has the most beautiful entry path among all the cenotes we've visited. We love this cenote so much that we visited it twice on 2 separate trips to the area. At Cenote Tsukan, you're also going to get a buffet lunch included with the entry ticket, and the food was amazing. The next one is Cenote Suytun, which you've probably seen in some influencer Instagram photos because of the photo-taking platform which catches the beam of light from the cave opening. At the entry, you'll see some Mayan locals that you can get a Mayan blessing from. This is the entrance of the cave, and here's the famous platform. You have to wait in line for your turn to enter the platform. After the photo, you'll have to go back out and make space for the next person or group. But of course, you can still go swimming in the cenote and watch others taking their Instagram photos. By the way, life jackets are mandatory in this cenote. I should also mention that sometimes when you visit, the water level may be above the platform, which was our case the first time we visited. That's why we came back a second time. Our next recommendation near Valladolid is Cenote Secreto Maya. This one's a bit of an off the beaten path experience. It's 30 minutes away from Valladolid and there's no phone reception in that area whatsoever. That's why it feels so local and private. We highly recommend making the trip to this one because it has many nice activities. You can do rappelling, cliff jumping from about 6 to 7 meters, and a relatively high rope jumping. You can also rent a horse-shaped tube to relax in the middle of the cenote. When we visited, there were only 2 other people there and they left shortly after we arrived. So if you want to avoid crowds and experience the same or better than what some of the most popular cenotes can offer, this is the best choice. You can also get a pretty affordable massage in the forest and enjoy the decorations, including a small Mayan hut. There's also a restaurant here for dining, nothing fancy but very local and authentic. And now for my favorite cenote, Xcanche. This one's my personal favorite because it's a combination of everything that I love in cenotes. A wide open, beautiful atmosphere with good lighting, rope jumping into the water, and a 12-meter jump into the water, which I did twice.
Are you alive?
Oh, yeah. That was a thumbs up. Or no, a heart.
A 10.
Yeah. First like.
I like that you have like all the trees around.
It helps with the shade too.
Exactly, it's so nice.
Well, the trees are naturally drawn to cenotes because there's so much water. That's why all these taproots.
The first time I jumped, I didn't land very well, and I got a temporary chest pain that quickly went away. But be very careful if you jump from such a height and you're not a pro.
Very careful.
This cenote is also next to Ekbalam, which is a significant Mayan historical site and pyramid ruins, so I suggest you visit that on the same visit. Our last 2 cenotes on the list are a bit further south, in the beautiful city of Bacalar, close to the Belize border. If you have time, you should definitely make the trip down for 3 days, because it has a beautiful lake with 7 shades of blue. This cenote is called Cenote Esmeralda. It's actually in a corner of the lake, but it's called a cenote because it's kind of separated from the rest of the lake. It has a clear, phosphorus freshwater that feels very warm and relaxing. It started raining on the day we were visiting, and swimming in that warm water under the Caribbean rain while watching a magnificent rainbow was one of the best feelings in the world. Finally, Cenote Azul, which is different from the Cenote Azul we talked about earlier, is another cenote in Bacalar, but this one is fully separated from the lake and makes a perfect circle in the corner. With the beautiful scenery around it, it's a perfect spot for some drone videos. Unfortunately, our drone didn't have an SD card when we visited, so we could only capture the low resolution version, but we're planning on going back this year and getting some high quality footage. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful for planning your own cenote adventure in Mexico. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more travel guides and itineraries from all over the world.